So this is really straightforward, right? Ringig tells us that when our opponent comes from the right side, we need to spring to the left, and it tells us specifically to hit with a crooked cut to the hands. All right, now there's some conversation we could have about what constitutes hands. Julien is taking out my forearms. Partially this has to do with his height, right? And the fact that he can execute a competent cut. Removing my forearms and actually dismembering me ends the fight more conclusively. Though if you're shorter or you're not as confident, you can do quite a bit of damage just to the hands, still ending the fight. Okay, once again. Again, Hondertrucken. So here we see a situation called falling on the sword, right? This is something that comes up pretty routinely in different contexts. Maybe my Krumpau kind of sucks, or I panic and I parry, and I find myself fallen on Julien's sword. Okay, Pseudo Peter von Danzig tells Julien at this point he has to raise up, right, binding with me, and from here he can do all kinds of nasty things. But PVD tells me that when my opponent does this, my job is to come under here. This is quite effective, we've recently learned. Okay, I could just run off, all right, if Julien pushes down. But Julien is not dumb, so he's going to pull away. I'm going to transform my slice, and I'm going to take him out this way. Okay, so again. Revisiting number 2. PVD would tell Julien to raise his arms up, but Julien isn't a PVD guy. Instead, he's reading a lot of Yudlu, who tells him that he needs to go in, grab my arm, and wrestle me and take me down. Unfortunately for Julien, I've been practicing Ringen 2 and reading Ott. And Ott tells me that when my opponent moves in like that, I have to step behind him and bind with him, grab him here by his hip, and fling him over my leg. Okay? Again,